Um, right. So, what are you doing here? Haven't you anything better to do? What are you doing here? So, the analysis says that it's because we're searching for contentment. We want to escape our suffering. And just like Siddhartha, Shakyamuni, the Gautama Buddha, um, just like us, he wanted contentment and escape from suffering. And I think it was because he had such a shielded childhood, Um, uh, his need to find contentment and escape from suffering was very intense. Um, you know, um, like we're generally speaking, people are very happy just to have some kind of temporary release. Like you meditate for a little while, you feel good. Or you do yoga. You have a spa treatment, you go on holiday. And I'm not poking fun at you, Maura. It's good. These things are all good, okay? These things are all good, But we know, like, they're temporary releases, And Buddha he was quite intense about this, He abandoned his job. He left his wife and his newborn son, and started wandering around India. He was quite kind of fixated. And India at that time, was quite an advanced civilization, And so the very, very highly developed philosophy and meditation practices and so on. So there's an obvious kind of thing, Your suffering is experienced in your mind. And so he sought out teachers who could teach him how to control his mind. It seems kind of quite obvious, doesn't it? It's quite an obvious way to proceed, And he had two principal teachers, and they taught advanced methods of mental absorption. And using these methods, you could disconnect from the world, right? So you could become absorbed into particular states of mind. And these methods are still available today. You can still actually receive teachings if you're so interested. But even though he mastered those techniques, and his teachers actually said, you know more about these than I do. Even though he mastered these, he still wasn't satisfied. Why wasn't he satisfied? Because he had found a flaw, a fatal flaw in becoming absorbed into these mental states. And that flaw was that they simply don't last. It's another temporary release. And his teachers told him, we don't know anything more than this, So he resumed his search, wandering around India, and he experimented with many different methods of mind control. Things that really ridiculous. We can go into them if you like, but it's just another story. And so finally, resting under a fig tree, which is now famous as the Bodhi tree, resting under a fig tree, out of the sun, out of the intense heat of the sun, he tried a different approach. what was this different approach? This different approach was basically totally giving up all mental effort. Giving up all mental effort. That meant not pretending to meditate. See, no pretense. No, just uncontrived rest. You know? And without the mental effort of trying to control his mind. And without even trying to create a neutral mental state, you know. This was his method. And the rest is history. Because a day later, the world had a Buddha, a fully enlightened one. So we're going to follow in his footsteps, but we're going to bypass all the training in controlling your mind and achieving certain mental states. We're going to bypass all that and just simply go directly to giving up all mental effort. It's quite easy, actually. It's really easy. You just give up all mental effort. And when you do this, I'll ring a bell, we'll make it official, you know. When you do this, you just might notice two things. You might notice how everything keeps changing. Everything keeps changing. And you might also notice that even though there's all this change, you're still there. Something exists beyond the transitory phenomena. But mainly just giving up all mental effort. This one. Giving up all mental effort. That means no struggle. No struggle. Just leaving everything as it is. Not trying to control your mind. Freedom. not trying to create peace, not trying anything, giving up all mental effort, just breathing. You don't have to change anything in your mind. It all changes by itself. Just rest. It's always changing. Leave it alone. So basically, giving up all mental effort. Just being uncontrived, natural. Do not alter this mind of ours. Do not grasp at this mind of ours. Totally giving up all mental effort. Present, effortlessly present. Simple, uncomplicated. You know, I hadn't realized until just now how powerful that practice is. You know, at least for some time during the practice, the thoughts aren't winning anymore. They're happening, but they're not controlling you. Once you abandon all mental effort and just rest. So we're going to call a halt there.